Dang. Welcome back. It's been a month since we've talked. By we, I mean me. Trevor's not here for this one. He's working and figure out his work schedule, and we agreed to kind of pull one out. And so once that gets all figured out, we'll be doing them together again pretty regularly. I want to tweet it out. Life has definitely gotten in the way. I know for me, I think the last one was the July 4th episode with my brother. That was a show and a half. I'm very sorry about that one. But that's my family. At least my brother. And yeah, the law has just gone on. I know Trevor, he might want to tell you this, but you know what? I'm just going. He has a new job. I'll let him kind of feel on that when he gets on this piece. But yeah, he's a new job, so he's figuring out his schedule. I know for me, kind of after my vacay on the 4th, got back and just started working. But I don't know if I mentioned this before. I definitely did. Hold on, when was the last episode? I don't. Maybe I mentioned it, but I got into grad school here at the Florida State University. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I know no one's clapping because no one listens. But, yeah, so I'll be here for another little bit. And yeah, so once I found that out, this summer's been just kind of a breeze. Just get everything settled with that. Working. Yeah, after the 4th, I've just been pretty much just hanging out in Tallahassee. All my friends started leaving. So I'm trying to make new friends, which is a little bit harder than I thought, because none are my age. Oh, maybe one or two, but they're all younger than me, so it makes me feel older. Which I also turned 23 during this break. Yeah, I'm 23. It's still young, but like I used to think 23 was pretty old back in my teens. I was like, dang, if you're 23, you should have your life together. You should probably be married. Have a career and everything. Maybe a dog or two. Kids are for a little bit later, but definitely one dog. My ideal situation would be a German Shepherd and a Golden Retriever. And then one small dog. Not a Chihuahua. I don't really know. But I want one tiny one just to kind of just toss in there with two pretty decent sized dogs. What else has happened? Let's see. I really should have taken notes or something to get ready for this. But this is a prime example of my life. I just kind of go and see what happens. Trevor and I agreed to watch The Proposal, and we never did an episode about it, so I don't know how that's going to go. We'll definitely talk about the first episode, but we'll see how we go along because we're at least like 20 episodes behind. I don't even know if the show's still going, to be honest with you. But the day I'm recording this is Monday, say the 6th, August 6th. Tonight is the Bachelorette finale. Pretty hyped. Pretty hyped about it. I'm behind, so after this, I'm gonna catch up a little bit. And yeah, well, I don't know. I don't even know who's in like the final. So that's where my life's at. I'm just behind on a lot of things. Been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Phenomenal show. I watched it a couple years ago, but very sporadically. I never stuck, to the story, and it was whatever. And then, to be honest, when it got canceled, that's kind of when I was like, dang, I really need to watch this again. And so I did. I feel like I'm not alone in that. I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, oh crap, let's give this show a chance now that it could be gone. Luckily, it got picked up again by some other network, but that's old news. Yeah, I think the last time we had a solo, I was complaining about a girl. And we're 5 minutes into this, so let the complaining begin. Yeah, no, that ended. Um, which it was good. Nice gal, sweet girl. She's getting her life together, so it's totally understandable. Just not the right time for her. That's at least what she said. Maybe it's just me as a person. I don't know, but yeah. So on the relationship front, still chilling, and that I need time. I need this time for myself. I say that, but I feel like I've been single long enough to where I'm good. I think I know me pretty well, and maybe that's why I'm single. Anyways, let's get off this rant before I just start digging myself a hole. So some things I thought of. Let's go into my notes. Let's see this. Oh yeah, okay, y'all. What happened to room raiders? I was thinking about this yesterday. Again, I don't really know what happened to make me think of it, but that show was funny. And I mean, here's the thing. I'm sure some stuff was planted. I'm sure, like, I don't know. You know what? Let's find out how many. Does it tell you how many of them like lasted? Hold on, let's see this. Intermission. I'm not gonna cut it out. Room Raider. Zac Efron was on it. What? Hold on. Breaking news. Oh my goodness. He was. What? Let's see. What happened to Room Raider? Because the show, if you don't know what it is, if you're too young, it was on MTV. I think MTV or VH1. And the premise was there was either 3 guys or 3 girls that got chosen. Again, I don't know how it got chosen. It could be random. I'm sure they submitted it. And then there was 1 girl or 1 guy. So there's 1 guy and 3 girls if the guy's looking for his date or whatever. And the girls get, air quotes, abducted from their house. So they can't clean up their room. They can't touch it. They just get taken and put in a van. Now I know why it's not shown in 2018. Just by that that brief description. Yeah, so like they abduct girls and throw them in a van. I could see how 2018 people would react. Different breed these days. But so the guy would go into the rooms and he had to pick a girl he wanted to go on a date with just by the room. So he'd walk in, see. He'd walk in, if the girl's room's clean, nothing like weird about it, but okay, cool, find toys, dildos and stuff, underwear, ex-boyfriend photos, a dog, just stuff, and then based off that, he would pick a girl he wants to go on a date with. And yeah, I don't know what happened to it. But the girls who were showing it, the girls that were like abducted, got to watch what was happening. So the girls would see him in their room, and they couldn't do anything about it. Let's see this. The creators of Runners picked out only people who were of middle or upper class. That's right. You won't see any poor people on the show. Huh. Okay. Even though toys weren't found, they were always shown. Huh? Okay, so they only showed the even though the toys were found, the vibrators and such. The ones that were anatomically correct rarely ever made it on air. Huh. Alright, being chosen wasn't easy. Over 250 episodes. You had to have your own room, which seems like a no-brainer, obviously. No goth or scene kids showed up. That's fair. On top of everything, all 4 contestants had to live within 15 minutes of each other for production purposes. Dang, that's really hard. MTV had to check schedules. This is just I'm just going on a list. The blacklight was actually pretty funny because in guys' rooms you just saw semen everywhere, which I'm kind of scared if they blacklight my old room. So I moved. Oh, that's another big I moved in the time period of our last episode. So I have a new roommate, new room, new place. Found him on FSU Craigslist. That's not sketchy at all. I know. His name's Mert, M-E-R-T. Nice guy, really sweet guy. And yeah, that's another thing that happened during our hiatus. Let's see. The timing of the show was faked. So even though the kids acted as though they were seeing the footage of their room being raided the day of, the footage was almost never actually shown to them that same day. Instead, they would watch it from inside the van the next day. Huh. So I knew this was faked. The act of it all was pretty insane. Let's see. MTV bagged on the kids. I mean, I don't want to say it matters, but see if it was the most exciting 2 days of these kids' lives. Producers and film crew had to make sure there weren't any dangers. That's good. The kids had to remove their own pictures from their rooms. I remember that. Yeah, they couldn't have pictures of themselves. The kids' bedrooms were real. Which that's one thing that I'm glad. I'm glad the rooms were real. Some things were staged. Freaking obviously it's MTV. They saw a Playboy stacked underneath a stack of magazines. The crew would restack the media so that the dirty secret was toward the top and more noticeable. They looked for vanilla people. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, well, they just stuck to normal people. Oh, I thought this was going to go and, like, oh, they only do white people. That's not true. If you watch the show, there are a lot of different races and ethnicities there. But all, as I said, middle to upper class. The show was originally supposed to have a different ending. Really? Yeah, we're just deep diving on Room Raiders right now. But yeah, the show was lit back in there. I'm trying to think of other, like, good MTV what was next? Dang, all these dating shows, like, Room Raiders, Relationship, yeah, Next was another show where I think again it was like 3. So we'll do this from the premise of a guy. There was a guy, like a bus pulled up, said Next on it, and there was 3 or 4 girls in the RV, and as they'd walk out, it would have this like funny like his name's Kyle, nickname the Wolf, 6 touchdowns and junior midget football, can lick his belly button, and has a third big toe. And it's just like these random facts. And then they'd walk out, and some were just freaking savage. Like, I don't know why Kyle. So, like, if the guy came out, it could be a girl. I don't know. It's 2018. Anyway, so it would just give facts. And so the person would come off the bus, and whoever the chooser was, let's say it's a guy with the girls again. If a girl hopped off the bus, like let's say she was not attractive, the guy could just say next right then and there. Didn't learn anything about her. Just, you're not my type, next, and she gone. So it'd be next girl. And it was interesting because like it would just be like a date. That's all. So it would just be a date. So there are 5 daters. Sorry. The contestant in next is in full control of how long, or even if the dater's on the date. Wow. So they can also choose to continue. So let's say there's 5, right? He next the first girl, and so the second girl comes out. They go on their date. Let's say they're mountain climbing. That's actually pretty dope for a state. If anybody wants to take me, let me know. And if he wants to just go on it, like he doesn't even need to do the other 3 girls that are on the bus. He'd be like, all right, do you want to go to the next one? Or do you want to go on a date? She says, yes, cool. Show's over. Next segment of it, next people. And it was something. I learned a lot from those days. And I just found a list of MTV original programming from the 2000s. Jackass, phenomenal. Andy Milonakis show, great, funny. He has like I think he has some disease. Hold on. Milonakis. Pretty sure he's like 50. He's 42. I was off, but I think he has some disease. Homeboy still looks like he's 12. But I remember his raps and stuff. That was solid. Let's see. Run's House, another quality programming. What was the one? Pimp My Ride. I don't know if that was MTV. I think that was MTV. But that was a good one. But what's funny is the people when they got their cars back, like half of them didn't work. Like it only worked for those like split second that they showed on TV, and after that, it was done. It was over. Fantasy Factory, College Humor Show, that was funny. Dude, Silent Library. Bring that back. That was great. That was a good show. I enjoyed that one. Made me giggle sometimes. The Asian guy kind of scared me, or Korean or Japanese, whatever he was. Philippine, I don't know. I'm just assuming. Okay, if you're 18 minutes into this, highly doubt anybody is. I'm sorry, I don't know what he was. So anyway, yeah, growing up, we had some quality television that taught us about life, if you think about it, right? Room raiders, always have your room tidy. Boom. Living life. You don't know who's coming over. Okay, I say most people know who's coming over. Very few probably don't. I do. I know who's coming into my room. But there might be some of you out there that just don't really care. I'm not saying my room's the cleanest. Mostly it's just clothes on the floor. Like I said, I moved, but there's still boxes and stuff I'm unpacking. Most of it's clothes, and they're just kind of in piles that I haven't folded yet. But generally, I still know who's coming over. Next, always have a good first appearance. The first meetings matter. Act like you're stepping off the RV every time you meet somebody. Toss a smile. Hey, my name's Hunter. I wouldn't start listing fun facts about yourself. That might be like a little weird, but you could. I'm single, so maybe I'll try it next time. I'll let you guys know. I don't know how much. I don't know how well it would work. I could ask girls about it. Hey, like, how would if I introduce myself and just start naming facts about my life? Excuse me. Now I'm trying to think of what facts I would say. Let's see. Hi, my name's Hunter. Going to get my master's at Florida State. Best college in the nation. I haven't broken any bones, luckily. My friends have a lot of naked pictures of me. That's probably not. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry I said that on this. Well, sorry about that. Sorry, that image. You probably don't know what I look like, so it's fine. I don't know what image you have of me right now. Hopefully I have clothes on. But speaking of naked, so y'all don't follow me on Snapchat. If you do, you might have gotten this. But when I was young, let's see, like 6 to 10, my family or I would buy those disposable cameras for vacation or just, I don't know, we didn't want to do digital at the time. It was still up and coming, Just make the scene from The Office. Oh man, she throws away the disposable camera. Anyways, and we take photos. I don't know why I would usually have it. I don't know why they trusted me with it. But so I'd snap the photos. I think all of us had one. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, so I'm snapping photos, having a good time. Have them where of a wall or the floor. You had to click it and wind it. Good old times. Had like a counter for how many photos you had left. But each time I got a camera, every time, without a doubt, I'd snap a pic of my wee-wee. That's my wiener, my penile attachment? Question mark? My peen, including the testes. But I was 6 years old, so I don't really know how much bigger. I mean, this is getting weird. Anyways, 6-year-old Hunter, snapping photos of my peen, at least one, at most probably 4. I can't guarantee that actually, but at least one. And we'd get them developed, and I never got a photo of my penis back. And now I don't know if there's a policy at Walgreens. At the time it was Walgreens, RIP. Where if they found those, they'd throw them away. Or they gave them to my mom, and my mom had to figure out what to do with them, because now she just has photos of my wiener, which she looks like a pedophile. Sorry, Mom. Did not want that to be, you're not. My mom's not a pedophile. Trying to defend her. Or the person working there took my photos, and they have them, and they're the pedophiles. They're the pedos out there. Taking my dick pics. Weirdos. Then again, I guess I'm the weird one for being 6 and 7 pictures. Yeah, but it explains a lot now at this age. Like, I don't send anything to girls, which that's a bad way to put it. It's not like I just send it to dudes, but like there's a core friend group where like we'll send like a nutsack or something. I feel like guys would understand. Maybe girls, from the female friends I've talked to, they send news to each other, so I don't know why it's so weird. Just be fine with your sexuality is what I'm saying. Own it up. Where was I? Oh yeah, how MTV taught us lessons. Room raters could be clean. Next, be interesting. Those are really Jackass. That didn't teach you much. Just if I think Jackass really teaches you if you can handle a lot of pain, you can make it in the world. If college isn't for you, you can make it in the world. Just doing dumb stuff. Which with YouTube, yeah, it's happening. It's happening. People do a lot of dumb things on YouTube. for views and money. And, power to them. They're trying to figure it out. I don't have it figured out. I can't say anything, I can't try and act better than them. I'm still figuring my stuff out, But here we are, get my master's. Working on it at least. Let's see what else is in the notes. Okay, I could just look this up. I was thinking about this in the car. Again, I think about a lot of things in the car. What's up with the white after Labor Day? Or you can't wear white after Labor Day. I don't get that. You wear white after Labor Day. Is it before or after? Why were you wearing white in the summer? Okay. Okay, thank you, Kathy Benjamin. Oh, is that Kathy? Good for you. It's not Kathy. Okay. But wearing white only during the summer while no one is completely sure exactly when or why this fashion rule came into effect. Best guess is it had to do with snobbery in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So why? White clothing came out on Memorial Day and went away on Labor Day in the 50s. That's stupid. I wear white kind of whenever, so I don't know why I'm like looking into it, because I'm not gonna change what I do. I'm not gonna. What the heck are half this stuff? I'm looking back at the list of MTV, but now it shows them 2010s. And I don't know any of these shows, and that just shows you how far MTV has fallen, at least to me. Oh, Teen Mom 3, great. Let's go praise teen pregnancy again. Stupid ass. Teen Mom Originals, Teen Mom... First of all, my sister watched that show and recorded it, and there would be so many marathons. Let me tell you, that show irks me so much, because it is kind of glorifying teen pregnancy. If you get pregnant, hit up MTV. They'll film you and you make some money. I think one of the moms did like a porno with the fame, which that's not the route I would personally take. If I got famous on my TV show, I think porn would be the last thing I'd do. Well, definitely close to. I think crystal meth would be last, for sure. And yeah, porn would be before crystal meth. Yeah, in that order. Just in case I become famous, I want our 12 fans to know that I will not do crystal meth. That is a promise. Which, yeah. I don't know why I need to promise that, but, it's whatever, I guess. What am I chilling at? 28 minutes? Jeez. I think I just gave a quick recap of everything that I've been thinking of. I could share some more stories, I guess, like the one of me being 6 years old. Don't know how many people like that one. But, so this girl, her name's Cindy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, that's her name. Friends-ish in high school. Kind of annoyed me. Kind of annoyed a lot of people. But she got this kid's number. I think he was a year younger than us. She didn't want to talk to him. So, she asked me to. She goes, hey, I don't want, he gave me his number, but, I don't want to be mean. Can you text him for me? And at that time, I go, yeah, it's, I'll have fun with it. Looking back, really effed up thing to do. Because, like, if someone did that to me, like, if I gave my number to a girl, which I never really do, I don't really give out my number, but anyways, it would hurt if she went and gave it to, like, her guy friend and he texted me. I feel like that might have happened to me, actually, now thinking about it. But, yeah, so I started texting this kid for her, and me and my friend, I think Jaron was with me. Y'all might know him from previous stuff, but we started texting this kid, and he was also kind of weird. But he would just keep sending me these videos of him bench pressing and stuff and curling. And he was so in high school he was probably 5'7", but benching like 2 plates and some change. So he's a real stocky kid. So he sent me these videos of him benching and curling. And I'm kind of confused. I'm like, oh, is this, like, if I was a girl, is this supposed to impress me or something? Like, is that what, like, high school Hunter had no idea how to talk to girls in the first place. But I know that sending videos of me benching and curling, it's not going to do anything. One, I'm not throwing weight. And two, I feel that's not going to be like, the girl's going to be like, oh, I'll definitely date this guy now that he benches 2 plates. But then again, I'm single, so you never know. But yes, we were texting this kid, and I got tired of it because I felt bad. But he'd send me these videos, be like, "Oh, look what I did today," and I would just be like, "Look, that's like pussy weight. Like throw some real weight on there, da da da," and really tearing down his ego. And looking back, I feel bad. At the time, I was having a good time. And he'd be like, "Oh, it's getting me so hyped for my next workout. Thank you so much. Like, you keep making me get better." And I was like, "Damn, I'm getting in deep on accident. Not even getting. I think I was in deep on accident." So I just texted him, "Hey, fam." I never told him because I think I texted him for like 2 weeks. No, there's no way it was that long. At most a week. And I was like, "Hey, so like." These past couple of days, I didn't tell him it was the whole time it was me, but like these past couple of days, like Sydney just gave me, like, no, it had to have been the whole week because it was off my phone. Yeah, so a week, texting this kid, and I was like, hey, Sydney gave me your number because like she didn't know how to say like no, but I realized how bad I made this, but sorry. And he never knew who I was because I never said my name. I was just known as like Cindy's guy friend who texted him for a week. And some people are like, Hunter, that's a long time texting another dude and acting like a girl. And you're right, stranger. You're right. And now we know why I am the way I am, don't we? What way is that? Couldn't tell ya. But yeah, I feel bad now. I can't think of his name. I'll probably find him in my yearbook, and I don't want to like reach out to him. Like, hey, remember when I texted you for a week? That probably wouldn't go too well. I definitely hurt his feelings. I feel bad. Oh well. Live life, move on, Man, that's really a effed up thing to do. I got thinking about this as well. I was talking with my friend Dana about it. Like, if there was something that... what was it? Oh, do you have any regrets that you would like to go back and change? And I got thinking, there's definitely things I regret doing, but not enough to where I would change them. And I think this is where people get caught up, like, oh, like if I could go back and, I don't know, let's not break up with Sally Mae. Excuse me. My life would be so much better because she was such a great gal. But you don't know that. You don't know what would happen. God broke that up for a reason. He said, it's not working out. Bah! I don't know if that's exactly how it gets done. God's pretty mysterious. But that's what I imagine. He just kind of like bops you on. Ow! Bops you on like the spiritual head, and then you do stuff. Ow. but yeah, or like, I wish I focused more. Okay, if you gotta go, your regrets like focusing more on school, like you should have, like that's reasonable. That one's understandable because I kind of wish I would have focused more like freshman and sophomore year. Um, because that really I mean, I still did like a 3.5, right? 3.4, 3.5, something like that. So like, but I just like cranked it out junior senior year. A lot of that's when. So junior senior year I stopped taking honors classes. Freshman sophomore took honors classes. Then junior senior I didn't, because of Miss Boucher, Miss Palaraki, Oviedo High School. I don't know the address, but you know where it's at. It's in Oviedo. Anyways, she was also possibly in a porno. People are still trying to gather information on that, but just so you know. Had her with Dana, and it didn't start off on a good foot. First day of class, this is sophomore year, first day of class, she wore this hideous skirt. Atrocious skirt with cows on it. And I like cows. Big cow guy. They make milk. I like milk, It's just a natural thing to love. But man, it just was not rocking. It was not working, and I made a comment to, pretty sure it was Dana, that is the ugliest skirt I've ever seen in my life. Was it an over-exaggeration? Probably. Do I still think it's an ugly skirt today? Yes. I still vividly, I can picture the whole skirt right in front of me right now. And it's not flattering. At all. Still. These years later. She heard me say that. She heard me say, that thing is hideous. That thing is ugly. Because I didn't know she was right behind me. Young Hunter had no social awareness, whatever. Hunter now, way better. Would not have said that. So we start off on the wrong foot first day of class. And that just describes how the semester went. She didn't like me off the bat, and was I a good student? But I wasn't a bad student. I definitely rode the line. Very sarcastic comments that weren't needed, or it's kind of the main one. I'm just really sarcastic. I would do the work, Was it always A quality? No. I'm more of a BC kind of guy. And yeah, so that semester just went on rough. We'd go back and forth. I think she gave me a couple of bad grades on purpose, but that's definitely a biased view on that for sure. And so towards the end of the semester, I was tired of her, she was tired of me, we were just tired of each other. We were just worn out. And she was pregnant. I don't know if I mentioned that. She was pregnant. And I don't know who would stick their penis inside of her, but a man did. And I'm not saying that because she was ugly. She's not my cup of tea. But just her personality was shit. Just her as a human. But then again, I got a bad side of her because we just didn't get along. So I'm, very biased opinion here. But yeah, she was, I think she was married because she changed her name from Padaraki to Boucher. Yeah, she was pregnant. So towards the end of the semester, she was kind of about to pop. And she was like, okay, class, get out a piece of paper to write. Me being me, raised my hand. Okay, do you want pen or pencil? Kind of serious, kind of joking. I'm definitely a pen guy now, but back in the day, I was definitely a pencil guy. Anyways. Because I think pen people are more confident, for sure, in their writing. It's guaranteed they're more confident. Especially with math. If you use a pen during math, I'm cheating off you for sure. Because you're confident. I don't care if you're right, you're confident in that shows. And it's something I've learned through my life and even at work. If you say things confidently, people will follow you. You don't gotta know what you're talking about, but people will follow you. Which, you know, you also think about that. If you made 40 minutes in, please think about that. So, anyways, yeah. So she looked at me after I asked about pen and pencil. She goes, "I don't know, Hunter. How about you cut yourself and write in your own blood?" Yeah. The fuck? She just told a student to cut themselves and write in their own blood. Now, the whole class is turning and looking at me, waiting for a response. I didn't have one. That was like kind of like a death, not like a death threat, but definitely like a bad message to toss towards a student, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, pen it is. Awesome. And people like wrote it down on their planners to remember that line. People asked me after class if I was okay. I mean, I'm fine. You know, it's kind of effed up she said that. She could have just, you know, ignored me. But she didn't. And looking back, I was going to say I should have gone and told somebody, but it was hurtful. But then after that, what was clutch? So there was a happy ending to this. You know, she told me to cut myself, whatever, fuck her. We weren't friends anyways. Wouldn't be the first time someone told me. Actually, it is the first time someone told me to cut myself. Luckily, the first and only. So, but the end of semester exam time, I wasn't ready. I had no clue what was on that bad boy. She was in the hospital having her baby. We had a sub. He looked at us. He's like, "Look, you can use a partner on our final exam." And I go, "What? My dog? You are my favorite sub ever. Do I know his name? No. Some blonde dude." And he said we could use partners on this exam. And boy, did I ever get a B. Yep, came out with a B. I'm hype. I was hype about it. I was happy. And that was really my last like honors class experience. Was that. After that, I'm like, you know what? It's not for me. I'm gonna focus on sports, which as an average white kid, not the best idea. 6'1.5", 6'2", depending. 190 pounds. Yeah, I'm not getting any offers. So, played basketball, played volleyball. No offer. Oh, I got talked to by, or like Norwich, but like mostly because like my family went there, so I think it's just kind of like a courtesy thing. But that's really the only one, and I think that was NAIA at the time. I think now they're D3. But yeah, I'm not going to play basketball at NAIA. Like, I'm good. I'll just go to school. But yeah, I really don't know how I got on this tangent. I'll listen back and figure it out. But yeah, hopefully we will be more better with posting. Hopefully we'll get better with that, and our schedules will get synced up a little bit. But yeah, you know, I'm glad I was, you know, we agreed to let me do this and get some thoughts out there, and you know, thank you so much for listening, guys. I appreciate you all.